above the ruins. Nephilar has fallen. We need to get into that keep.
What are we going to do now?
Without reinforcements, we have no way to take the keep.
As long as the Dragon Guards still stand, there is always a way. Damn that dragon's pride. If Nephilar had only broken off and regrouped with us, it seems we have no choice but to rescue the beast. Are you with me? General Renmus will lead a secondary team to keep the cultist occupied. That should give us time to search for Nephilar. By Lecky's blade, I just hope he's still alive. We'll be hard-pressed to take this keep without him. The cult is gathering around Laatvulon, most likely to empower him using their Aeon Stones. Yet another advantage they have over our forces. This is it, my friend. Our chance to prove ourselves. To prove that the Dragon Guard still protects the people of this world. You scout ahead and find a way forward. I'll join you in a moment.
Have no fear. Saji, the Dragon Slayer, has arrived.
We are never going to hear the end of this.
Stay sharp. We don't know what might lurk in these caverns. That looks like Nephilar, down below. Let's see if we can find a way to get to him. Hold a moment. There's some kind of message written on that tablet. In a rather roundabout way, it seems like this tablet is telling us how to move forward. It seems there's more to Doomstone Keep than first meets the eye. The inscription says to create light with a divine mask, which I can only assume refers to the Mask of Alkosh. Did the Pride of Alkosh occupy this keep? Yes, the Black Beast. One of the Dragon Guard's greatest foes. A dragon of mighty power. Which would indicate that this inscription was written by the Dragon Guard. But what were they doing here? The Dragon Guard and the Pride of Alkosh. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to find Nephilar, first and foremost. According to this inscription, the mask can somehow be used to light fires. We should search for unlit torches or braziers. There. Let's see if the mask responds to that brazier. That must be the Black Beast facing off against the Dragon God. Looks like a Khajiit warrior is leading them. Perhaps she was a member of the Pride of Alkosh. She claimed the Mask of Alkosh, just as you did. Wait, could she possibly be Jadari? Jadari is offering him the Mask of Alkosh, but he's refusing her. It seems to symbolize something, though I'm not sure what.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
I understand now. The Black Beast is Laatvulon. The Dragon God sealed him away, though it cost Jadari her life. And Nathalar is nowhere to be seen. Jadari joined the Dragon Guard to take down a fearsome dragon. The Pride of Alkosh called him the Demon from the East, while the Dragon Guard named him the Black Beast. But his true name is Laatvulon. Precisely. She must have needed the mask's power to defeat Laatvulon. Jadari and the Dragon Guard had another ally as well, Nathalar. He gave them his own horn to use against Laatvulon, but he also refused Jadari something. And then the final battle. Jadari fell, but the Dragon God was still able to trap Laatvulon. For centuries he was sealed away beneath this very keep, until he escaped, that is, which leads us to today's battle. What I'm interested in is how Jadari was able to use the Mask of Alkosh against Laatvulon, though I suspect Nathalar may have some insight on that as well. We should continue our search.
It is you, Hunter. Deju. Time blurs. It is the same as before. I can feel Laatvulon's icy malice permeating this chamber. So this was his prison, was it? And now he has assured that it will be my grave. Yes, I gave her my horn, but it was not enough. And so she asked me to empower the mask of Alkash, so that we could slay Laatvulon and end his terror. I refused. Laatvulon was sealed away, but not before Jadari fell in battle. It takes two wills to awaken the mask. One is a champion of the pride of Alkash, a warrior who has proven themselves worthy of the mask's power. The other must be one of my kind, a dragon. Venjuntid, the will of my father, the Dragon King of Time. All Dove seek dominion, and so it is a king's command that is our bane. I will not turn away from you as I did Jadari. I will not repeat the past. I will join with you and empower the mask. You are a worthy ally, and a champion of my father's will. Only together can we hope to defeat Laatvulon. Raise the mask before me. It is time. A trick of the mask and nothing more. Come, let us see what lies beyond the dunes.
Apologies never did suit you, Nafalar. You are here now. That is all that matters. A new champion walks in Jadari's stead. We can still make things right. Poor Rakajin. It was his destiny to walk these sands, you know. To join with the pride of Alkosh. But greed drenched his heart like a freezing rain, sapping all its warmth. And so, it fell on your shoulders to walk this path instead. Dragons, yes. And something far worse as well. Laatvulon, the demon from the east. It was not enough to seal it away. You must succeed where Jadari failed. You must banish the demon unto eternity, as Alkash wills. Laatvulon is the torment of chaos. A shadow wearing a scaly hide. It seeks to drench this world in anguish, as is its very nature. It will pave the way for another. A new moon filled with darkness. Then the tapestry of time shall unravel. Alkash watches we mortals with a weary eye. He will lend his power to one worthy, yes. But only if we are granted the aid of his blood. Only a dragon's power can awaken the mask. You seem willing. Can you say the same of Nafalar? Of course, Mask-Bearer. Jadari is sure you have many questions. Just don't expect too many answers, yes? It is not a place, but a story that has been and will be told time and time again. We are within the tapestry and without it. wrapped up tightly in its threads, even as we desperately try to untangle them. Alkosh is he who weaves the tapestry, and also he who is the threads. They unspool from the tip of his tail. When the thread ends, there will be nothing. We are all woven into his tapestry, Walker. We are always within the realm of time. Perhaps that is why Alkosh entrusted the Khajiit with his secrets, no? Jadari was born under eclipsed moons, yet was destined to never become main. And as she listened to the moons, they sang to her a song as sweet as candied moon sugar, until the day their song became the steady beat of drums. The darkness of Lorkhaj had stained her soul, the bruising purple of spilled wine. Soon, all she could hear was beautiful, terrible whispers. And so this one decided to make her way to the sands behind the stars, before she was forever lost. But Kenarthi carried Jadari not above to the stars, but into the darkness that had settled in this one's heart. Jadari was given two gifts, a lantern to guide, and a sword to protect, and both shined with Alkosh's divine light. You walked the halls of the High Main, have you not? You proved yourself worthy, and were gifted the mask of Alkosh. Those trials, those halls, they reflect Jadari's battle, deep in her heart. A battle that she won. Jadari was gifted the mask of Alkosh, and told to protect his most sacred tapestry. To slay a demon who would undo all of time. But now that duty lies upon your shoulders. Bear it wisely. Go before him, Dragonhold. It should only take a few words. Do you remember Nafalar? Words to mend the tapestry?
Dragon King above. This mortal is worthy. Barbogri Grandee. They shall bend your threats.
Go now. Harness the might of Alkosh to overcome the demon from as it was always meant to be.
Our strength is now one, Akatuz. Let us finish this.
Reach the surface this way. Let's move out.
Cleave through your enemies with the might of Alkosh.
This is the power of the massive Alkosh. Come, we'll stop the cult from calling in reinforcements for Laatvulon. Mask of Alkosh. Come, we'll stop the cult from calling in reinforcements for Laatvulon. Onward! We have a dragon to slay.
Only my own might to defeat you. Now, little mask bearer, let us see how you handle my true might.
We'll handle this rabble.
We'll cover you! Protect Laatvulon!
Hollow victory! mask bearer. The new moon shall rise. Well fought, Dragon God. Laatvulon is slain. Now I shall ensure that nothing remains.
Fought hard for this victory, Dragon God. To save the people of elsewhere, of all Tamriel, from Laatvulon's tyranny. But our battle does not end here. Like those who came before, we'll fight the dragons that plagued this land until the day that plague ends. And for all those who lost their lives today, I say this prayer. May your flames burn eternal.
You should have seen the battle, Mother. Flames and ice, swords and arrows. It was spectacular.
Mother must say, slaying dragons is certainly a step up from stealing temple heirlooms.
You'll never let that one go, will you?
Excellent fighting out there, Dragon God. Of course your work isn't done. There remain plenty of dragons for your order to slay. But I swear to you, from here on, that the shields of Senshal will aid you however we can. We'll continue to protect Senshal and its citizens, of course. Try our best to keep order. But I do have plans beyond that. One day, the shields of Senshal will protect all of Palatine. No more hiding behind city walls. As much as I would like to keep my daughter by my side, I don't think that would be wise. She's grown so much during her time with the Dragon God. Her place is here. I couldn't be prouder of the woman she has become.
New moon, new problems.
Zaji knew we could do it. There was never a doubt in his mind. After all, we are the Dragon God, right? The scourge of dragons far and wide. Well, Zaji will admit there was 1 or 2 moments of doubt, but they passed by very quickly. He hardly noticed them at all. You know, Walker, forget it. At the danger of sounding boorish, Zaji just wanted to thank you for all that you've done. When this one left Black Heights, it was to seek adventure and glory, and so he bought a fine vessel and assembled a gallant crew. However, adventure and glory is a bit hard to seek out. It's not often you come upon signposts asking for mighty heroes to save the kingdom. Well, maybe you do. Seems like you have that sort of luck. The point is that Sai-Sahan was right to doubt Zaji and his crew. We were smugglers, not heroes. Ruffians trying to make enough gold to get by. And then you came along and asked us to take you here, to this island. And now the Moon Singers will tell stories of us for generations to come. So, thanks for giving Zaji a chance to become the hero he always knew he could be. And for letting us come along with you on this unbelievable adventure.
Hello there, hero. Have time for a chat? We did it. Senshal is finally safe from Laatvulon and the Order of the New Moon. There are other dragons to contend with, of course, but we'll defeat those too, won't we? Just like the Dragon Guard of legend. I've actually been thinking a lot about that, our order. I honestly wonder if it will last. Maybe Zaji and Casca will get bored and seek out another adventure. Maybe another threat will call Saisahan away. A little. But mostly the thought makes me sad. I've come to think of the Dragon Guard as a family of sorts. And I fear that if the Order disbanded, if there was no longer a reason to fight, I would lose that. I know. There's no shortage of work. I'm just being silly is all. But then there's also this feeling that our battle isn't truly over. Which is an even scarier thought, isn't it? What is the new moon that the cult worshipped? How did Laatvulon plan to rule over Tamriel? They're just questions that keep bouncing around in my head. It might be nothing, but I'm just not sure this is over yet.
Congratulations on the win, Mask Bearer. Just do not brag about it, yes? I get enough of that from Zaji. Not dead, which is better than I expected. It all worked out though, didn't it? Elia protected Senchal, Zaji became a hero, Saisahan ended a grave threat to Tamriel, and you got to be the mighty hero at the center of it all. I'm a simple Senchrat walker. There was an enemy, and I killed it. What greater satisfaction is there? My only regret was not killing Laatvulon sooner. Many of my people died because of him and his cult. And all for their own protection. They were too afraid to fight the dragons that terrorized their land, and so they joined with forces that they did not understand. And many suffered because of that. I won't forget that. But there's still dragons in elsewhere. Cruel, terrible dragons who want nothing more than to kill and destroy and conquer. And I won't let them. As the moons are my witness, I will hunt them all down, every last one.
I could use a break.
Just the warrior I wanted to speak to. At long last, we defeated the Black Beast. Today we finished a battle the Dragon Guard began centuries ago. A fitting start to our own order, I must say. Brooding as usual, Nephilar may have pulled through as our ally, but he's still not one for socializing with mere mortals. He did say he wished to speak to you when you returned. If the subject comes up, let Nephilar know that he's welcome to recover in our sanctum. He's our ally, and the Dragon Guard takes care of its own. Far more confident of our Dragon Guard, I must admit. When we first formed our order, all I saw was a ragtag band of smugglers, ill-experienced and naive in the ways of battle. Ah yes, young Elia. How could I forget? But now I look around me and I see soldiers, tried and true. Warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to protect elsewhere. And if that's not in the spirit of the Dragon Guard, I don't know what is. Captain! Yes, I suppose I am, aren't I? It's been a long time since I last held that rank. I failed to uphold my duty then. I allowed my Emperor to die, and watched as our Empire fell into the clutches of Daedra. And now I have another chance to make things right. Not in the Empire, perhaps, but here in a land that has a great need for a dragon guard to watch over it. And I expect your help as well, my friend. As always.
An excellent battle, Akatus. Your might helped seal Laatvulon's fate. He shall never challenge me again. Indeed, and our foes seem to thwart us at every turn. Laatvulon killed Yagrandu before he could join our alliance, and his corpse was turned against us. The cult destroyed Pride Home in their efforts to acquire the mask of Alkash. Though it was no easy task to do so, the halls of the High Main presents challenges that few dare to face. Yet you conquered them all and proved worthy of Alkash's divine power, a feat few mortals can claim. You have certainly proved yourself worthy of the Mask of Alkash. Just do not expect it to ensure all your victories. Its power was only awakened through our connection. With my departure, it shall be but a mask. Not yet. We defeated Laatvulon, but I sense another power lurking in elsewhere. Something dark that threatens to disrupt my father's order. When the time comes for you to face it, I shall aid you. I give you my word. And keep the mask. It suits you. Ah, the Dragon Guard arrives.
My friend, you arrived just in time. I'd prefer not to face our old companion without you. Abner Tharn. According to his letter, you and he worked together. He thinks very highly of you. I'd ask how you accomplished such a feat, but there isn't time. The old snake says we have important business to discuss, and he's bringing a friend. He didn't elaborate on either topic. Just mentioned a threat to southern elsewhere. Between Tharn's cryptic letter and Nathalar's strange mood, I'm feeling out of sorts. Talk to Nathalar. Find out what troubles him while I prepare for Tharn. I appreciate you dealing with Nathalar. The dragon senses my unease over Tharn's letter, which only makes his own anxiety more pronounced. Meanwhile, I need to keep myself from thrashing the old battle mage the moment I see him. Abner Tharn is conceited, opinionated, condescending, and a pain in my arse. And those are his good qualities. All that said, I have the utmost respect for the battle mage. When danger appears, we could do worse than to have Abner on our side. Paces, he grumbles. He refuses to speak except in riddles. And he's only gotten worse since Tharn's letter arrived and my own mood soured. We both know something terrible gathers strength in the wilderness. We just don't know what it is. His letter indicated a threat to southern elsewhere, but that was the extent of his revelations. I suppose he wants to tell us in person. Prudent, if frustrating. After all, one should never commit certain details to paper. I'm beginning to sense that. I told him about Nathalar and the Dragon Guard. While he still punctuates every sentence with an insult, he seems genuinely concerned. That's different from the man we once adventured with.
The bearded one speaks as though I am not perched within striking distance and can hear every syllable he utters. I might find his hubris amusing in a different light, but the light that remains fades as darkness comes. A riddle to those hindered by limited perspectives. A profound truth to one such as I. Something ancient and powerful assaults my senses, but the path ahead is unclear. I sense a darkness. Perhaps an absence of light. It sets my scales on edge. My feeling is my own. It grew from a tickle behind my broken horn when the fool of a battle mage opened the halls of Colossus. Now it swirls like a black storm around me. Quite unpleasant. Perhaps the new arrivals can shed clarity on what is to come.
A portal? Here? See what you can make of it.
Moons, Tarn, how do you stand it? My head pounds like an orc drum.
You get used to it. And that was your best one yet.
Abner Tharn. You arrogant, vexatious son of a bleary-eyed...
Save your posturing, Sai. I missed you too, but we have a bigger problem to deal with.
Five Claw. My head spins from the effort that took. Cadwell made it look so easy. By the moons, though, my heart sings at the sight of you, my friend. I did. Cadwell acquired power over portals after attuning at the Shadow Dance Temple. Tarn suggested I might have the same ability, and he has been helping me. Just between us, he is not the most patient teacher. Lord Gareshri has my kingdom well in hand. We continue to clean up the mess left by the usurper queen, and there are still stray dragons to deal with. But Tarn convinced me that I was needed here. Working with a dragon, what an odd sensation. So Tarn has told me. He has been exchanging letters with Sai Sahan for some time. Do not expect me to turn my back on the creature, but I will respect this alliance. Mons, this must be what a mouse feels like in the presence of a purring Alfiq. I traveled to southern Elsewhere not just to finish this business with the dragons. The Khajiit of Palatine have been on their own for too long. The time has come to welcome them back into the Confederacy. The Elsewhere Confederacy, an alliance between Anequina and Palatine. The various political upheavals and the Nahatan flu have left the Confederacy in shambles. I plan to rectify that. Gareshri insisted I bring an armed escort. He worries so. Marching down from Rimmon, I suppose. Tarn was in a hurry, so he had me practice my portal making. Zamarak and the others will catch up to us, eventually.
I see that my instructions were followed to the letter. The champion of Aquina, Sai Sahan, and the dragon Nafala together in the same place, and I have brought Chimera. We have much to discuss. It concerns Calgrontide. Calgrontide absorbed a good deal of the Core's power before we stopped him. I hoped he was lost in the void after we dislodged him, but like us, he made his way back to Tamriel. I've been hunting for him ever since. Not just that. I pieced together his ultimate plan. Calgrontide boasted he would become the equal of Akatosh, and your dealings with Laatvulon and the cult of the new moon suggest they were preparing for an ascension. Isn't it obvious? Calgrontiid plans to become a god. There's an island off the coast, Dragonhold. In the Kunzari legends, it was the dragon's seat of power. I can't open a portal to it, I can't even scry it. It's protected by potent magic. You faced the cult of the New Moon? The cultists revere Calgrontiid. They must have a method for getting to and from the island. I assume their base at the New Moon Fortress holds the answers we seek.
Strange green stone. Does that sound like what you're looking for, Tharn?
Indeed. Since I read about it in your reports, I've wanted to examine it. Chimera, can you...
No more portals, Tarn. Not right now. I have duties other than conveying you around, you know.
Oh, very well. Sai, let's talk. We'll meet our friend at the fortress.